Hi everybody, it's Kim here with Sunshine Creations, and welcome to episode 6 of my Spring Cards Crafts and Decorations series. I'm going to do a simple card. This one's actually for my grandma for Easter, and I'm going to be using this Craft Smart Blessed Easter stamp. I'm using a lot of scraps, therefore I don't have the name of the paper because they were just sitting in my little scrap bin. So this is a scrap and it's got pretty pink on the back. My card base is white cardstock. Actually, it's an 8.5 by 11 that I cut down to 4 1/4 by 5.5. This here, I'm pretty sure it's basil. Again, this is from a scrap, and it's got some shimmer to it with some texture. And then I'm going to use this, actually, this piece from here. Now, I'm going to do something a little different. I think that I've done in any of my cards. I may have, but I don't recall. I'm going to cut it around like so. Now, I'm only looking at about this area here, so let's go ahead and cut, and I'm going to just kind of pretend like it's, and I'm moving the paper. I find it easier that way for me. I didn't finish my thought, did I? I'm going to pretend like I am cutting it around that flower that has the ins and outs. Not too particular about that. Here I will, and I'm leaving a little bit of white. I've done this on a scrapbook page before. I think that's what I was thinking, that I'd done it before. I wasn't sure, but now I'm remembering it was a scrapbook page. That's one thing that I've never done. Maybe I'll do that after we get through our series. Show you my scrapbook pages. I scrapbook, probably twice a month. I go to my local scrapbooking place with my girlfriends, and it's always something I look forward to. It's very relaxing. I have a lot of pictures to scrapbook, so I'll be busy for many, many years. I have a 17-year-old boy that's going to be 18 in June, and a 15-year-old boy that's going to be, 14-year-old boy that's going to be 15 in just a couple of weeks in April, so I haven't even done their baby books. So yeah, I have a lot to do. Okay, let's see where we're at as far as being on the paper. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this on, and then from there I'm going to slice off that big edge, just kind of guessing. I want the glue to be right on the edge, so just kind of guessing it's about right there probably. And I'm using the Tombow because my adhesive does not stick on this shimmery basil cardstock. It comes up real easily, so yeah, there we go, just like that. So let's turn this around. Aren't these cute? Recollection scissors. They're a little pink with little flowers on them. Make sure that's on there good. I'm just going to trim that up. It's actually Passover Sunday this morning. You know what? I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to go with that. Forgot to take out my glue dots, so I'm going to grab those real quick. And I'm going to put my bow on. There they are. I saw this technique recently on a YouTube video, and I was like, that was brilliant that she did that, because I really, really struggle with putting my bows on. And what she did is she took a pop dot, kind of off camera here, but that's okay. I'm going to put my bow about right there. This is about 30 inches of ribbon. I probably overdid it, but, and this is some sheer organdy ribbon, and it's just white, basic organdy white. Yeah. So what she did, in addition to that, I'm also going to just adhere it on the back. I'll take a, oops, upside down. Wow. Just making sure you guys are paying attention. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Try to talk my way out of that one, huh? Okay, so that's just to kind of hold it down for me. Oh, here we go, people. Me and my bows, especially with this shear. Okay, so there's my pop dot. I gotta move it up a little bit so you guys can see it. And drum roll. I say that every time I go to tie a bow. Typically, I would just put a strip of the ribbon and then tie the bow. Oh my gosh, I actually tied a bow. I'm so proud. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put pop dots underneath there too to hold it down. But I don't like that size of that bow, so he's a little overpowering. All right, let's get, not pop dot, glue dot. Just to hold the ribbon in its place. Especially the sheer ribbon. The sheer ribbon tends to come untied. It's not real strong. Oh, so pretty. My grandma's gonna love it. Let's pull this up a second. This right side of this bow is a little bit too big. It's not even Steven looking. Okay, very nice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let this dangle all the way down. And I fold that like that. Fold that like that. Aw, look at that. Grandma, for you. Okay, so I just gonna hand cut this because I'm being lazy this morning and not turning on my Cricut or taking out my die cut machine. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I want to stamp this white. This is basic white cardstock made out of the same paper as this. And I'm not too concerned about it being even. I could have taken out my Stamp and Majig. Oh, look at that. Ta-da. Alright, one thing I'm going to do, I think this is chalk, so old, color box. I'm going to go ahead and pick this color here. I know it's a little dark, but I'm okay with that. But the first thing I want to do, no, I'm going to keep it square. I was going to round it. And I know this is 1 inch by 3, that this is going to be the pink background that I cut is going to need to be trimmed. Okay, so let's glue this on here. Isn't that a pretty stamp? I got that at Michael's. Okay, see how I think that that's a little bit too big. So I'm going to try my best to trim this evenly because I really don't want it to overpower the card. I want it to be... I think my son used my... Okay, don't laugh, but we have a garden that is in pots because our dirt here in California is so awful, so we decided to plant an organic garden. But I think he actually used my scissors like to trim the bushes or something because my scissors aren't working that good. He would do that. He's very resourceful, right? Since he didn't really actually have shears or anything to... I'm still cutting this down to do what he needed to do. He just borrowed Mom's scissors. He's funny. They're just scissors, not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to put that right here. A couple of pop dots. And since this part of this tag is kind of big, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the top and the bottom so that it lays on there correctly. Yeah, I'm going to be doing up a few Easter cards. It's coming up on Sunday, so. And I'm going to put this all the way down to the bottom because I want the flowers to actually, you can actually see the flowers as well. I'm concerned that this is bigger than my card. We'll see. I already put the ribbon on it, so I should have actually checked that. If I need to, I will cut a bigger card base. If it's smaller, it's okay. If it's bigger, then you're in trouble, right? Oh, it's much bigger. All right. Well, we'll deal with it. All right, so that's my Easter card. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Have a sunshiny day. Bye-bye.